First of all, it's crucial to obtain accurate measurements of critical areas of the t-shirt. To begin, make sure you have a tailor's measuring tape. Arrange the garment on a flat surface so that you can measure it. Let's begin with front measurements. Waist width, chest width, and neck width. Then proceed with the vertical measurements. Side length. Make sure to measure accurately from the underarm point to the hem of the garment. Keep going with front lengths, from the shoulder to the bottom edge, from the highest point of the neck to the bottom and lowest point of the neck. Repeat the same for the back side of the garment. Be careful with the fabric. Do not stretch it, as you won't record accurate measurements. Don't forget to measure the hem width for both front and back. During the measurements, don't forget to take a picture of the front and back. We will need this for the later steps. Now take measurements of the sleeve. Now go to OutfitXR.io and log into your account. On the left side, you will see your menu. Now click on Products. As you can see, we don't have any products added. Let's add a product. Click on Add. Now type here your product name. Now click on Save. If you don't see anything added, try refreshing the page. Click Edit and go to the Specification tab. Now click on Upload. Simply add your image to be uploaded. Click on Edit. As you can see, we can now view the image. We are going to repeat the step chest width, hem width, waist width, shoulder width, and neck width. Let's take chest width. Simply draw a line from beginning to end. Now right-click on the line. We can set here a manual measurement. Now click on Save. Now repeat this for the other measurements. If you are not happy how the line looks, delete it by right-clicking and select Delete. You have successfully followed these steps. Now you know how to measure t-shirts and adding them to OutfitXR.
Open Marvelous Designer and create a new project. Go to File, then New, and save your project in a desired folder. Choose a default avatar or import your own avatar if you have one in the left panel of the window. Double-click and then click OK. Make sure that you have an overview of both 3D window and 2D pattern window. Start drawing in the 2D pattern window. Select the polygon tool and start drawing along the avatar shape. Click to create vertices, connecting them to form the desired polygon. Begin with the first half of the shape. Complete the process by double-clicking. Now go to the Edit Curvature tool to refine sleeve and necklines. To adjust the straight lines, go to the Edit Pattern tool. Select the desired line and right-click. This will display a pop-up window with various tools, such as delete or change the length of the line. Choose for change length, change the length line according to your measurements. Change, if it's needed, the direction of the changing line. Click OK. Adjust and move points following your garment pattern. In the 3D window, position the shape near the avatar. By clicking and holding the right mouse in the 3D view, you can manage the view. Continue to refine and improve the shape, paying attention to sizes and the garment pattern. Sometimes you need to go back to certain dimensions because changing one line can affect others. Use also Ctrl plus Z to go back if it's needed. Save periodically your project. If you're confident that you have finished modeling this half, you can now proceed to copy it. Go to the Transform Pattern tool, select the desired shape, then right-click and choose for the symmetric pattern and arrange the second half of the garment where it needs to be in your scene. Go to the Edit Pattern tool and select the middle line, then right-click and choose Merge. Now you have an entire shape of front garment. Make other changes if needed. Make sure the lines are nicely curved. Move the guide points as needed. Select your entire front shape, make a copy, and then right-click and choose for Mirror Paste from the pop-up window. In the 3D window, position the back part of the garment behind the avatar. Select and Move command. Here you can move and rotate shapes. Holding and dragging the green ring allows rotation around the axis of the green arrow. Ensure the white side of the surface is facing outward. Right-click, choose Flip horizontally. Now it's time to adjust the back shape of the garment. You can start with the neckline. Don't forget to make it according to your measurement or specification. Use the Edit Pattern tool or the Z key shortcut to make necessary adjustments to your lines and Edit Curvature or C key shortcut to your curved lines. Utilize the 3D window to get an overview of your actions. Back and front shapes are done. Now it's time for the sleeve. Go to the polygon or rectangle tool and draw a shape. Adjust the shape by using the Edit Pattern tool. Move points, make curves by using C key shortcut, and X key for adding points. If you don't have any idea what a sleeve pattern looks like, you can Google it, for example, t-shirt sleeve pattern, for a better overview. Select the line that will be the center of the sleeve, right-click, and choose Unfold. Arrange the shape next to other shapes, not on top of each other. Adjust the sleeve measurements. Position the sleeve in the 3D window at the correct location. This will assist in a more accurate simulation later on. Copy and mirror paste the sleeve shape using Ctrl+C, then right-click for mirror paste or use Ctrl+R. Double-check that the white side of the surface is oriented outward. When you are confident that your garment is complete, it's time for the seaming process. In the 3D window, navigate to the segment Sewing. Begin by selecting one segment, then choose a second segment to get an overview of the sewing connections. Consider the logical connections between garment patterns. Where the t-shirt would have seams, for example, shoulders, sides, sleeves with back and front garment. Ensure that the seam lines are straight but not in an X shape. Continue until all sides are sewn. Save your project periodically. Now you can simulate the fitting on the avatar and to see how the t-shirt drapes on the avatar by clicking the space bar. Adjust the garment on the avatar by selecting and dragging points. To create sewing edge lines for the t-shirt, use internal lines. Navigate to the 2D windows, choose Internal Polygon Line, and start drawing. The seam width is 20 millimeters, so create an internal line of 20 millimeters, and then another one to indicate where the seam will be. Select the seam intern line, right-click, and choose Cut and Sew. Ensure this is done for the second sleeve as well. Repeat the procedure. Delete the internal lines that are no longer needed. Repeat the same procedure for the other shapes of the garment. The seam width is 20 millimeters. Create an internal line of 20 millimeters and then another one to indicate where the seam will be. Select the seam intern line, right-click and choose Cut and Sew. Delete the internal line that is no longer needed. Same for the back shape. Create an internal line of 20 millimeters and then another one to indicate where the seam will be. In the 3D window, simulate the fitting of the t-shirt garment on the avatar by pressing the spacebar. For the neckline, use also an internal line to create a sewing line. An easier method is to select the neckline, right-click, choose Offset as Intern Line, and in the pop-up window, add 7 millimeters. Click OK. Select the internal line, right-click, then Cut and Sew. Repeat the same for the back shape. In 3D window, simulate the fitting again, press spacebar. Apply textures and materials to the t-shirt by navigating to the fabric overview in the right panel. Here you can edit the texture in the property editor. Add a normal map and adjust the color of the fabric. Save the project by pressing Ctrl+S. The garment is finished. Prepare to export this. Change the 2D view window to UV editor. Arrange all shapes in a square layout, one next to the other. Make sure that each pattern is clearly visible and does not overlap with another pattern. Select all patterns, right-click and choose Fit UV to 01, then click OK. Now go to the File, Export, OBJ, and choose the right path. Choose a folder where you will save your export. Name it. The name should contain the name of the garment and the word garment. That's really important. And click Save. In the pop-up window, choose the same settings. Then, click OK. In the UV Editor window, right-click and choose Reset UV to 2D Arrangement, and again export it. Go to the File Export, OBJ, and choose again the same folder. Name the file. Make sure that the name contains the word pattern. Press Save. Export with the following settings. Press OK. Now, open File Explorer and locate the folder where you exported the files. Now unzip T-shirt garment folder. Select all files and cut them and place the content of this folder together with other files. Zip all files in one folder. Name the folder. Now this folder is ready to import to Outfit XR.
Let's set up a fitting room on Shopify. Logging into Shopify Partners. Enter your account details and log in. Select Outfit XR Virtual Try-On from the list of apps. Navigate to the settings and verify if you are connected. Click on the Connect or Reconnect button. Introduce your account details and click Login. Now you're directed to your own store. Continue by choosing Products from the displayed list of the app. You will be directed to a page with a list of products. Select a product from the list that is not yet synced and click on the Edit button. Within the pop-up window, navigate to the Properties section and make your selection for the preferred gender. Return to the Create section, locate the zip file on your computer, and drag it into the field labeled Upload to upload it. Click on Refresh to check the upload status. You can click Refresh a few times. Make sure the status now shows Available. Once confirmed, you can close the window. Now, to create a fitting room, access the Products page from the top left menu. Search for the recently edited product in the displayed list and click on the eye icon to access it. After the product has opened, you will see a View in Fitting Room button on the right side of its page. Click on it. And then click on Book Anew. Now select an avatar and click the Create Fitting Room button. You will be automatically redirected to the fitting room. Wait until your personal fitting room loads to test the garment. Once the fitting room is displayed, you have the option to select an avatar and then proceed to try on clothing garments on that chosen avatar. In the displayed fitting room, you can see the simulation of the garment on the avatar. In the fitting room, you can implement various functionalities, such as zooming in or out. Additionally, you have the option to reset the view to return to the initial overview. Use the heat map option to visualize how garments of different sizes fit on the avatar. This allows you to observe whether the garments are either too loose or too tight on your selected avatar. You can manage other controls, including adjusting the height, rotating the view, and zooming for a more personalized experience. Additionally, make use of the avatar settings, where you can explore different poses for the avatar. If you have any questions with designing garments for your virtual fitting room, reach out to us through our Discord channel or email. Looking forward hearing from you.